Bethesda, Maryland, March 5th, 2024. A crisp winter air hung over the upscale town. The streets, lined with boutiques and cafes, bustled with life. A sense of peace and affluence permeated the air. No one could have predicted the horror that awaited. The Lululemon store stood as a beacon of fitness and fashion, a symbol of the town's prosperity. It was a place where neighbors met, chatted, and shopped. But tonight, this haven of retail therapy would transform into a scene of unspeakable violence. This is the story of the Lululemon Murder. Jayna Murray, a vibrant and athletic 27-year-old, was a beloved employee at Lululemon. She had a passion for fitness and a contagious enthusiasm that drew people to her. Jayna had big dreams for the future. She aspired to open her own yoga studio one day. Her dedication to her work was evident. She often stayed late to help out, always going the extra mile. On this fateful night, Jayna was scheduled to close the store with Brittany. What should have been a routine closing shift would turn into a nightmare. Brittany and Jayna had a seemingly close relationship. They often worked together, covering shifts and attending social events as colleagues. Brittany, known for her outgoing personality, often confided in Jayna about her personal life. Jayna, always willing to lend an ear, offered advice and support. But beneath the surface of their friendship, a darker dynamic was brewing. Brittany, struggling with financial difficulties and personal insecurities, harbored a growing resentment towards Jayna. This resentment, fueled by jealousy and desperation, would soon erupt into violence. As the last customers left and the store prepared to close, a chilling scene unfolded. An argument erupted between Brittany and Jayna, escalating quickly into a physical altercation. The details of the struggle remained shrouded in mystery, but the aftermath was gruesome. Jayna, brutally beaten and stabbed multiple times, lay lifeless in the back room of the store. The brutality of the attack shocked even seasoned investigators. The sheer rage and violence inflicted upon Jayna painted a picture of a crime fueled by something dark and personal. Brittany, covered in blood and feigning injuries, emerged from the store claiming to have been the victim of a robbery gone wrong. She described two masked assailants who had entered the store, attacked both her and Jayna, and fled with merchandise. Her story, delivered with convincing detail and apparent distress, initially swayed investigators. The community, reeling from the news of the attack, rallied around Brittany, offering support and sympathy. But as investigators delved deeper into the case, inconsistencies in Brittany's story began to surface. The evidence pointed to a more sinister truth. The news of Jayna's murder sent shockwaves through Bethesda. The idea that such a horrific crime could occur in their safe haven was unfathomable. Fear and disbelief gripped the community. The Lululemon store, once a symbol of wellness and community, became a chilling reminder of the fragility of life. Residents grappled with the knowledge that a killer walked among them. The sense of security that had defined Bethesda was shattered, replaced by a lingering unease. As details of the investigation emerged, the community's shock turned to anger and bewilderment. The realization that Brittany, the seemingly innocent victim, was the prime suspect in Jayna's murder was a devastating blow. The betrayal cut deep, leaving residents feeling vulnerable and betrayed. How could someone they knew, someone they had offered support to, be capable of such a heinous act? The question hung heavy in the air, a haunting reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface. Detectives meticulously combed through the crime scene, piecing together the events of that fateful night. Bloodstains, footprints, and DNA evidence told a story that contradicted Brittany's account. The injuries she claimed to have sustained did not align with her story. The evidence pointed to a struggle, but not with masked assailants. The struggle was between Brittany and Jayna. The motive, however, remained unclear. What could have driven Brittany to commit such a brutal act? As the investigation progressed, detectives uncovered a trail of deceit and manipulation. Financial records revealed that Brittany had been stealing money from the store. She had also been forging returns and pocketing the cash. Her financial troubles, coupled with a growing resentment towards Jayna's success, painted a picture of a desperate woman driven to extremes. The motive, it seemed, was a toxic mix of greed and envy. The discovery of a pair of bloody size 14 Reebok sneakers hidden in the ceiling of the adjacent Apple store sent shockwaves through the investigation. These were not the shoes Brittany claimed to have been wearing that night. They were men's shoes. Had Brittany had an accomplice? The possibility of another individual involved in the crime sent a ripple of fear through the community. Was there more to this story than met the eye? The investigation into the sneakers led detectives to a shocking revelation. The shoes belonged to Brittany's boyfriend, who claimed to have no involvement in the crime. He insisted that Brittany had taken his shoes without his knowledge. His alibi checked out, and there was no evidence linking him to the scene. The mystery of the sneakers deepened. Why would Brittany use her boyfriend's shoes? Was she trying to mislead investigators? Or was there a more sinister explanation? As the pieces of the puzzle fell into place, a chilling narrative emerged. Brittany, driven by greed and envy, had planned to rob the store and frame Jayna for the crime. She had staged a struggle using her boyfriend's shoes to create the illusion of multiple attackers. Her plan, however, went horribly wrong. The argument escalated, and in a fit of rage, she killed Jayna. The brutality of the attack spoke volumes about the depth of her resentment and desperation. The betrayal cut deep, not only for Jayna's loved ones, but for the entire community. Brittany's carefully crafted facade of innocence crumbled, revealing a manipulative and ruthless individual capable of unspeakable violence. The trust that had bound the community together was shattered, leaving behind a sense of vulnerability and unease. The Lululemon murder served as a stark reminder that darkness can lurk beneath the surface of even the most seemingly ordinary individuals. The trial of Brittany Norwood was a media spectacle, captivating the nation with its chilling details and shocking revelations. Prosecutors presented a mountain of evidence, meticulously laying out the case against Brittany. The defense, however, maintained her innocence, arguing that the evidence was circumstantial and that there was no clear motive for the crime. The jury, tasked with sifting through the conflicting accounts and weighing the evidence, faced a daunting challenge. After days of deliberation, the jury reached a verdict: guilty. Brittany Norwood was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The verdict brought a sense of closure to Jayna's family and the community, but the scars of the tragedy remained. The Lululemon murder would forever be etched in the town's history, a haunting reminder of the fragility of life and the darkness that can reside within the human heart. The impact of Jayna's murder extended far beyond the immediate community. The case sparked conversations about workplace violence, the dangers of unchecked greed, and the importance of mental health awareness. The Lululemon murder served as a chilling reminder that violence can erupt anywhere, even in seemingly safe and affluent communities. It forced people to confront the uncomfortable reality that darkness can lurk beneath the surface of even the most familiar faces. The tragedy also highlighted the importance of supporting victims of violence and their families. The outpouring of grief and support for Jayna's loved ones demonstrated the strength and compassion of the community. But it also underscored the need for ongoing support and resources for those affected by such tragedies. The healing process is long and arduous, and the scars of violence can run deep. The Lululemon murder was a case that gripped the nation, exposing the dark underbelly of human nature. It was a story of betrayal, greed, and the devastating consequences of unchecked rage. The trial and conviction of Brittany Norwood brought a sense of justice, but it could not erase the pain and loss inflicted upon Jayna Murray and her loved ones. The case serves as a stark reminder that even in the most seemingly idyllic communities, darkness can lurk, waiting for the opportunity to emerge. The Lululemon murder is a story that continues to resonate, prompting reflection on the complexities of human behavior and the pursuit of justice. It is a reminder that evil can wear many faces and that vigilance and compassion are essential in navigating the unpredictable currents of human nature. The case, while tragic, serves as a catalyst for dialogue and introspection, urging society to confront the uncomfortable truths about violence, greed, and the fragility of human life.